Hey, I'm Kailash, I'm from Australia and I study at the University of Adelaide. I'm studying at UCSD for 1 year through the EAP program.
Hello, my name is Jess. I'm from England and I'm at the University of Leeds.
Hi, my name is Sinan. I'm from Turkey and I go to Bilkent University.
At home, I live with my parents. I grew up in Adelaide, and a lot of people in Australia do stay on in the city they grew up in and live at home at college. So to come here and stay on campus was a pretty different experience.
Most people in England live in halls for accommodation in their first year of university, and that could be on campus or off campus depending on the university.
Back home, I lived both off campus and on campus with my family first, then I moved on campus. Our on campus housing is, I think, not as good as here, because here you have more options. There I share the same kitchen and same bathroom with 20 other people, but here I shared with 4 other people.
In second and third year of university, people generally live in houses with their friends or flats with their friends off campus. And I think this is a really fun way to live. You get really close to the people you live with, and it feels more like a home than perhaps living in halls.
I guess the biggest thing getting used to was sharing a room with someone, which is in Australia a pretty bizarre concept, but after a while you get used to it and it's a lot of fun.
Living here has been really fun, an international house. It's great to have people around all the time, there's always someone to go and see, and it's a really sociable environment, so that's a definite plus point of living on campus in halls.
Education in Australia costs about $6,000 per year.
I pay at home just over £3,000 a year in tuition fees.
My university costs about $8,000 a year.
I'd say the quality is pretty comparable, so in terms of value, given that it's about half of what it is here, I'd say the value for money is a lot better in Australia.
One really good thing about student finance in the UK is that we have a really good student loans company, which means that anyone is eligible to get funding from the government, which they then pay back once they're earning. So that opens up university to people who otherwise wouldn't be able to afford it.
Most people's parents pay for the tuition, but some people, like me, have scholarships if you're intelligent enough.
My education is financed through a student loan system, so the full amount's borrowed from the government and we have to pay it back once we start earning some money. I think it's a really great system. I mean, it means that there's no pressure to pay for fees when you're considering about entering college.
As far as workload goes, I would say levels for me doing biology are fairly similar in America and in England. However, it completely depends what degree you do in England. I know some of my friends who do English only have 3 or 4 hours a week, whereas others who do, say, engineering might have nearing 20 hours a week.
I think the workload I have back home is much more compared to here. Back home I have weekly, sometimes I had like 30 hours of class a week, whereas here it's more like 20, even 15. And the workload is much more because we have much more weekly assessments, like quizzes, homeworks, and I have to be much more disciplined there. And it's more like high school there because for example, I go to university sometimes at 9 and I'm there till 5.
I'd say overall the workload here and at my home university is pretty similar. I guess the main difference is the assessment here is more continual, whereas at home there's a lot more emphasis on the final exam. I mean, personally I prefer that because it means you can put things off till exams are close and then study hard then, as opposed to having to do work throughout the year.
My university's semester system, which is 14 weeks per semester, and I think quarter system is much better because you get to take more classes, like a more variety of topics, and you learn more variety of subjects. So.
And we also have a lot more time in England for studying for exams. At the end of the second semester, we have almost 6-week long exam period, which gives you a lot of time to study, and your exams are really spread out, which is a big difference to here, where you have the 3 intense final weeks at the end of each quarter. I think I prefer having more time to study for my exams, more spread out, although it does mean perhaps exams are, I found, a little bit more tricky.